Tribal Peace in the Patriot League studio, joined by Georgetown football alums and producers of the documentary Unicorn Town, Nick Alfieri and Brent Kraft. Welcome, guys.
Thanks so much for having us, you guys. Excited to be here.
First of all, congratulations. We are very excited that you're here as well. What was that feeling like when you first saw the documentary push live on Apple TV and Amazon Video?
Wow, it was really quite an incredible feeling to see that go live and be released to people after approximately 6.5 years of working on it. So much work, the old saying, blood, sweat, and tears went into making it, and to see it come out and be released was a really exciting and pretty satisfying feeling.
It was like hitting the end of I've never run a marathon, but like hitting the end of some sort of marathon. And then it's always great to see your poster key art next to, the titles of huge movies like Nope and Top Gun. So that's always really fun too.
So Nick, I'll start with you. Walk me through your journey from Georgetown to film school and then Germany.
Yes, of course. So I graduated Georgetown in 2015. I played football there from 2011 to 2014. And in 2015, I ended up being accepted to the USC Film School in Los Angeles. I had a couple opportunities to play football in Europe at this point, but I decided, hey, USC Film School, I can't pass that up. So I went to USC Film School, started doing that whole Los Angeles thing for a few months, realized that this probably wasn't the right path for me. And right at that same time, this football team called the Unicorns started recruiting me and offered me a position to go play over there. So I had grown up in a big football family, and I had never heard about football being played in Europe. So I thought that, one, this would be really cool to go play football over there, but I thought it would be a cool documentary, a cool piece of content, because I'd never seen anything about that. So this was at the end of 2015, start of 2016. I left film school, moved to Germany, and started this process of playing football over there and started making this documentary.
And Brent, when did you get involved with the documentary?
I was sort of loosely involved from the start because Nick had helped me with my first movie. So I was a part of some of these conversations, and he would be like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. And then he decided to go for it, which I was pumped about. So I was loosely involved in the idea of it, or at least like the idea of it happening. And then as it became more of a reality, he would send me cuts and it became more serious.
When you guys were working on it together, what was one of the hardest parts of, just putting it together while also, for Nick, you playing?
Yeah, trying to make a documentary while playing was an interesting and unique challenge. I had to recruit a German cinematographer to help me film the football stuff, because obviously I couldn't film while I was playing. But then this is the nature of documentaries, just trying to figure out the story and how to piece everything together, because you really have to live out the story before you can get the edit to a point that it really lets the story sing. So trying to figure out this puzzle that is documentary filmmaking, and Brent and I worked super closely with this, going back and forth for years, trying to get that put together, and happy with what we ended up getting.
And Nick, you were already creating videos during your time at Georgetown. How did that help you in the process of creating Unicorn Town?
Yeah, I was making videos at Georgetown, and I actually had a film be in the small Georgetown Film Festival. But just sort of getting my foot in the door in the filmmaking world and getting a sense of how to put together a video or a piece of content, from camera angles to editing to lighting to sound. So this time at Georgetown really is where my love for filmmaking kind of blossomed a little bit.
Brent, I want to talk to you a little bit about your passion for filmmaking and also your passion for football. How cool was it that you were able to combine both of those in this documentary?
Honestly, it was a lot of fun. I think I'd always in my head been, I've had such a sports life. I've always been like, oh, I would love to make a movie about football, and basketball is a big favorite of mine as well. So to be able to do this and for this to come together the way it has been really special.
So you created Unicorn Town. You're working on this passion for football. It's taking you all the way to Germany. For both of you, what's next?
So what's next? That's a tough question. I'm still playing football, actually. We've got a playoff game this Saturday, so trying to stay immediately focused on this. But It would be cool if the release of Unicorn Town leads to other filmmaking possibilities. I mean, I think through this process, working with Brents, I've really discovered that I've got a love for documentary filmmaking. And I think that that's got to be in the future in some sort of form. So that's what I'd like to pursue.
Brent, how about for you? What's next?
Yeah, I have a lot of irons in the fire, and a bunch of hopeful projects that I'm wishing and pushing to get off the ground. But I do want to keep making a ton of projects with Nick. He's a filmmaker I really believe in, both uh, in his talents and his work ethic. So I'm not sure what's next. Whatever we can get greenlit is probably next.
Well, I'm sure that many people will be tuning in to what comes after Unicorn Town, but if you want to see this documentary, you can find it on Apple TV and Amazon Video. Thank you both so much for sharing your experience with us today.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having us.